What's up, soldiers? Your boy Chris here, CaribbeanPod.com. Smiling and getting on as usual. Passed through the grocery store, I noticed Italian sausage meat. So just the meat without the casing, it's not even formed into sausages, was on sale. I couldn't pass it up, so I thought I'd do a quick something with that, show you guys how to make it into either one, a breakfast sausage, two, breakfast patties, or three, you can grill it up, make hamburgers out of it, you know. Nice, man. So here we go. I can't believe I'm getting tongue-tied. I want to say too many things at the same time. You see what happened? Anyways, we're going to elevate that basic Italian sausage. Nothing wrong with it, but a little too boring for me. So vibes it up, man. We're going to elevate things. I have here about 1 pound of that sausage meat. It's already been seasoned in whatever seasonings the Italian sausage usually has. But so you'll notice I won't add any salt, but what I would do, I would go in with some soy sauce. That's going to be my sort of salt or sodium that's going to go in there, bearing in mind it's already been seasoned. And if you're using just plain old pork meat or beef or turkey or whatever, you will need to add a bit of salt in there. I'm going in with some brown sugar. And the whole idea here in seasoning this, as I said, to kick it up a little bit, because I ain't looking for no boring sausage. The whole idea is to kind of mimic the flavors of a good jerk marinade. So some black pepper, and I have here a combination of allspice and some ground nutmeg. And if you want to add a little bit of cinnamon, you can certainly do that. I don't like the cinnamon in here, so I'm going to avoid that. For now, I've got here 2 skinny scallions that I gave a rough chop to. We've got some parsley. And you can season this with just about anything, any sort of flavors that you like. If you like using dried herbs, you can do that. So some sage, any sort of herbs that you like. And that's a seasoning pepper, what we call pimento pepper in the Southern Caribbean. This is what it looks like when it's green. So it's skinny and long. It goes red or yellow or whatever orange color when it's ripe. A lot of flavor, no heat. So you don't have to be worried about the heat all that much. Let me get a slight little something. And I have here the bottom half of a habanero pepper that I'm using. This you can leave out or you can put in, totally up to you. That's where I'm going to get my little kick from. And it's been finely diced. All of that is going in there. The final couple things I'm going to go in with is some fresh thyme. And all I'm going to do is toss in those little baby leaves straight in there. You can give it a rough chop if you want. You need about a teaspoon or so of that. And we'll need some liquid to bring it all together. You can use olive oil, but I'm just going to go in with some orange juice. You want to go in there, massage that, bring it all together, and then allow it to marinate for about an hour. I don't know if you guys can see it, but on the corner here I have a pan, a nice wide pan, heating on a medium heat with some olive oil, actually a good dose of olive oil in there. And that's a quick tip. If you're doing this from scratch, so let's say you're not using sausage meat and you choose to use turkey or chicken or even beef, I would suggest adding a couple tablespoons of olive oil or even coconut oil in here, because this has a fair amount of fat in it. If you're using turkey and stuff like that, it would be very lean. Now, if the idea is to be lean, well, we have a bit of a problem. So here we go. It's been marinating now. So all we want to do, and I'm going to be using these for English muffins. So what I'm going to do is just grab a bunch and just shape it like a patty, almost as if you're making a hamburger. And which reminds me, you can grill these off instead of frying them as well. So I'm just making it the shape of one of the English muffins, like so, and then into the hot oil on a medium heat. See, it's sticking now, but now keep in mind it will shrink when it fries off. So make it a little wider than your English muffin, and then put it in there. So when it shrinks, it compensates for that. The other thing I wanted to mention quickly to you all is that if you wanted to make this like a traditional sausage, so like a roll, you would just roll it, well, like a cigarette or a, or a cigar or something. Smaller than that, obviously, but you would roll it. I mean, let's say if you're trying to satisfy, because I know kids are very visual, so if they want sausage, they want it to look like a sausage. You can do that as well too. I'm just going to continue making these out and frying them off. Here we go, we got them frying off here on that low heat, well, medium low heat. And as I said, you can grill them if you want. You can stick it in the oven if you want. Spray some non-stick spray on a baking dish and put it in there. Maybe about 3 or 4 minutes on each side, and I'm going to flip it over, and then you've got a modified homemade breakfast sausage. One of the things I must mention to you all is that when you put it in there, try not to flip it too many times. What I did, allow it to go about 4 minutes on one side. It will naturally give way, it won't stick, and then I flipped it over with my my spatula here. I'm just going to move it down a little bit. But all you need to do now is continue frying these off, or as I said, you can grill them or whatever you want to do. Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. Always a pleasure. You need to put them on paper towels after. Notice that nice color I'm getting there now? That's exactly what we're looking for. Always a pleasure to have you guys here in the kitchen with me. A modified sausage recipe. I'll post this one on ChrisDelaRosa.com, so don't go looking on Caribbean Pot for this one.